To get some confidence, how many debates to earn some tailwind? The years pass, I'm still the same. What will it take? Why the wait? Up and down, I'm losing ground. Tender, tell me what to believe. I ain't got a sweet tooth for lying. Spender, show me how to succeed. My wallet is spreading thin. Oh, ooh, ooh, what to do? I am me and not you. Ooh, ooh, what to say? Please make the strain go away. Pretender. How many right turns to reach some kind of goal? How many dressing up for me to play some ball? Seasons change, still the same range. What will it take? Tell me why the wait? Up and down, I'm moving around.
잘 먹겠습니다. 진짜 맛있겠네.
와, 이 맛이 진짜 내가 만들었지만 너무 맛있어. 자기야, 진짜
너무 맛있다.
맛있다. 이거 엄마가 포항초 데쳐서 올린 거 줬는데 거의 한 10개월 된 건데 멀쩡해. 냉동실에. 자기야, 나 좀 도와줘.
되는 게 있고 안 되는 게 있고.
Golden days drifting far away. Light is leaving town. Colors fade. I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time. Darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time. We'll wait, so just rest your head upon my shoulder. Nothing in our way is colder, but the day's not over yet. Summer nights, watch them go by as we fight off the cold. Holding you tight, you know just what I'm thinking. I don't want this moment to go. No, I don't want this moment to go. Let's lose track of time. Darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time. We'll wait, so just rest your head upon my shoulder. Nothing in our way is colder, but the day's not over yet. On the road, I've been away for far too long. But now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling out my name. They're telling me to head your way, down your road and past your gates. Keep your eyes on the horizon. I was looking to belong and I'd already found my home. Won't be long, I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, the place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my